Hey guys, this is me, Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA, cruising down the highway, going to Walmart to take my walk. It's a little misty day in Texas. We didn't have any wind damage in my area of Texas, nor did we have very much rain. And the purpose of this video is to give you a quick heads up on something I'm working on right now. I know I've told you that I've ordered, or some of you that have been watching my videos for a while know that I've ordered an Alexa, or it's commonly known as an Amazon Echo. I ordered a white one, and it's supposed to be in tomorrow. But to hedge my bets, I also ordered a Google Home Assistant, which does the same thing. They're just two different companies doing the same thing. I watched a number of videos comparing the two products. What I'm doing is, see, I'm 72 years old, and I want to use this artificial intelligence to help me as I grow older. Even though I'm already old, I'm getting older. And I want to use these things as an extension of my brain to help me to remember things to do, and also to remember things to buy at the grocery store, like grocery lists. And both of these products will do them. And in watching the YouTube videos about both products, what I came away with is that if you were prejudiced towards Amazon Echo, then you said it was the best, and if you were prejudiced towards the Google Home Assistant, then you said it was the best. Or if you were an Android fan, you were probably prone to promote the Google product more so than the Amazon product, and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So what I'm going to do is, guess what? I'm going to get both products, try them both, make up my own mind which one suits me the best, and then I'll keep that one and send the other one back, because you get a full refund up to 30 days with Amazon, and at Walmart the same way. I get the Amazon Echo on Monday, and then Tuesday I get the Google Home Assistant. But I think it would behoove all of y'all that watch this video to take a look at, particularly if you're older. Now, if you're 30, 40 years old, it doesn't really matter. But, if you're 60, 70, 80 years old, and, you're interested in extending your memory, so to speak, because what happens is you just start to forget things. You'll be talking to somebody and you'll forget what you're saying. I mean, that even happens. So, but be that as it may, and I haven't forgot what I'm saying yet. I have ordered both. I'll compare them both, and we'll see. And of course, now here you have to remember this too. Whenever I say that I've chosen either the Amazon Echo or the Google Home Assistant, that means I've chosen it for me. That does not mean that one product is better than the other, because I'm not going to use a lot of the features, because I do not have a smart home. I have a dumb home. I live in a travel trailer, okay? I've got a 26-foot Jayco J-Flight 26-foot bunkhouse model travel trailer that I've lived in for 4.5 years. I have full-time RV for 25 plus years, so I really don't have a smart home. And don't plan to. I got a dumb home, and I'm happy with it. And I've ordered a 2018 16-foot travel trailer, and really what I want to accomplish by acquiring either one of these products is a speaker. Okay, I just want a sound system for my new RV. That's all I want. I want to be able to stream Pandora and hear it clearly, and then I also want to be able to do to-do lists, like Alexa, remind me to blah blah blah, or okay Google, remind me to blah blah blah. And then as far as the grocery list, I want to be able to turn right around anytime I think of it and say, Alexa or okay Google, put walnuts on the grocery list. And then when I get to the grocery store, I call up that list, and everything that I need is on there, and I haven't forgotten anything, and that way I don't have to make 2 trips, because it's 17 miles one way, and that's no sense spending the extra monies, even though I enjoy the drive. So that's where this is headed, guys. I'm just going to try to get on the front edge of the, well, not really the front edge, but the leading edge, I guess, same thing, of this artificial intelligence and try to figure out how to use it to my benefit. I'm not going to worry about being paranoid and Big Brother's watching and all that crap, because either get in it or get out of the way. It's coming. So, my theory is I'm going to learn it, understand it, and use it to my benefit. And for those of you that choose not to, that's fine. I mean, I have no problem with that. And I understand. I understand how you could be a little paranoid having a listening device in your home, but I'm not. It doesn't bother me one bit. So anyway, so that's it. And now we'll just kind of ramble on here till we get to Wally World, Walmart, where I'm going to go do my walk. And I was going to go back to Lowe's, but they have so much junk in the aisles you can't hardly do your walking there. And if I was the manager of that store, I'd be kicking somebody's butt, man. Come on, guys. I don't know. Maybe they can't get employees. That happens too. I don't know what it is. It's just the store is just totally junky. I know y'all like to watch my windshield wipers go up and down, don't you? But having said all that, let me think. So artificial intelligence, guys, it's here. Does that have anything to do with RVing? Yes, it does, and I'll tell you how it relates. Whenever I'm traveling in the RV, I usually try to stay somewhere where I have internet connection. Well, if I have internet connection anywhere, then either one of these devices will work perfectly. What will that enable me to do? Of course, I know I can do all these things on my smartphone. I know that. But these things are much easier to deal with because you do it verbally or orally, and you just ask a question and these things respond. Like, if you want to know what the weather is in an area that you're going to travel to the next day, you can ask for it and get it. Or if you want the 10-day forecast for the area that you're in now, you can ask and you get it. If you, again, the list making and the to-do, like remind me to, go by the Bureau of Land Management and get a map tomorrow, or remind me to go by the Forest Service and do this, or check out the free camping sites at, is that helpful? Yes, it is, because see, I've had to do lists now, and I still will do. I'll still, make a friend of paper and pen, believe me, because when either one of these devices start telling me what I've got on my list, I'll have to write some of that stuff down and keep it in the truck while I'm traveling, because the Google Assistant and Alexa will not be in the front seat with me, even though they possibly could be now that I've thought about it. How about that? You could put one of those, well, no, they have to be plugged in 100. Well, no, I've got an inverter. I could run it. I could run either one of those inside the vehicle as I'm driving down the road. As long as I had internet access, I could be communicating with those devices. Isn't that interesting? Wonder if anybody's thought of that. How about that? But anyway, yeah, just staying on the front edge of, don't let, it's hard to keep up with change because things change. So, but it's always been changing quickly. We just happen to be here today. Just think about people that were riding horses, and then all of a sudden there's a quote horseless carriage, a car. What the hell is that? And I remember hearing and reading stories that there were people that said, oh, hell, that's just a fad. They won't last. Yeah, I hear you. Same way with television. They said the same thing. Same thing with radio. Said the same thing. Oh, it's just a fad. It'll go away. And it didn't. So, is artificial intelligence a fad? I guarantee you it's not. Guarantee you. That phone that I'm doing this video on is an extension of my brain. I promise you. My brain, unfortunately, is getting older, and but I'm heading into Marble Falls, Texas, where we didn't get anything from Hurricane Harvey other than this light rain. Again, I've had a little less than half an inch so far, which is virtually nothing. We've had a little wind. Right now we've got a sprinkling of rain, and it'll probably continue like this for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow we'll be pretty well back to normal here. Now along the coast of Texas they have a mess. But, the bad news is it's a mess. Probably had loss of life and all kind of stuff. There is always a flip side to that. And the flip side is it's going to create thousands and thousands and thousands of construction jobs. And the economies in those areas will boom for the next 5 years. That's a fact. Because the insurance companies will have to pour in billions of dollars to reconstruct and re-roof all of those buildings that were damaged or destroyed, and that's the way that goes. So all that money these insurance companies have been hoarding for years or building up reserves, now here it comes right back into the economy along the coast of Texas. And you know, again, but those jobs, those people come from all over the United States. You know, they're right now in Houston, Texas, and all those places. I guarantee you there's roofing companies coming in there from Washington State, you know, roofing crews, and then the scams start. Okay, then, you know, everybody decides they're going to be a roofing contractor. They go to these older people, you know, they get a down payment and they're gone. So all you older folks that live in that area that have roof damage or any kind of home damage, be very careful who you deal with, even though you might have to wait a little longer. You know, if it's roof damage, the roofer, if he's a reputable roofer, there's ways for them to temporarily patch that roof to make it waterproof until they can get there. There's some material they can use. It's temporary, but it'll last several weeks and will hold that roof dry, or keep that roof dry until they can get to it. So remember that. And because, yeah, there's going to be a million people scammed out of money, and that's a shame. You know, that's what, you know, as far as any looting and stuff, I haven't heard any stories about that. But I think looters ought to be shot on sight. I really do. I think it ought to be like, you know, deer season or something, that if you're looting a building, going in and stealing merchandise, or going into a person's home that's been damaged and stealing their stuff, then I think the neighbors have the right to just shoot you just like you'd shoot a deer. And I'll get some negative feedback on that, but that's just my personal feelings, and don't take it personally, you know. You know, then somebody says, oh, the poor looters, they're just doing it because they ain't got no money. Come on, guys. Poor looters. But anyway, here we go, guys. Central Texas, USA. They were predicting that between Friday and Monday we would have around 6 inches of rain, and it looks like we're going to get a little less than half an inch. But, you know, again, the media does a service and a disservice by hyping these storms. The disservice they do is it really can scare the crap out of older people and people that are a little paranoid anyway, and they'll do some foolish things. On the other hand, for those people that are hard-headed and brick-headed, it may get them to do something like leave town. You know, I'm coming into Walmart and there's hardly anybody here, and what time is it? 9:02 a.m. and Walmart is virtually empty. Wonder why that is. Gasoline is $2.08 a gallon. I guess because they thought it was going to be a heavy rain day and everybody did their shopping yesterday. I'm fairly sure that's it. But I'm going to go do my walking, and that's a good sign because I won't have to be bumping into people for an hour while I do my walking in a dry, air-conditioned building. So guys, I'm looking at the Amazon Echo, and I'm looking also at the Google Home Assistant. And we'll see. You're going to get a live report from old Rusty here pretty soon. Pretty soon, like tomorrow. Anyway, guys, from Central Texas, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye, 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 USA, made when you can, drink plenty of water, keep your health, adios.